Go in the morning. It'll be safer.
Okay. What's wrong?
Nothing good. Yeah, he keeps doing things that make me feel like he's expecting himself to get killed.
Sometimes I think you're the only good thing in my life.
Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown. I am back with another episode of Handmaid's Tale. This is season 6, episode 6, called Surprise. Now that name could mean so many different things, so I'm not going to really try to put in any big guesses as to what it might mean. I have not watched any previews or trailers recently. I haven't even caught up with a lot of the reviews and reactions that I've been watching for Handmaid's Tale. So it would be like totally guessing, I think, for me right now. And I haven't looked back at the trailers that I watched. I have thought about doing that. I may do it eventually. Maybe before the next episode. Look back through those trailers, see what has already happened and what still hasn't happened, kind of piece together the possibilities of future episodes. But I haven't done that yet, so it's not something I'm totally worried about. But anyway, I am still paranoid about Janine, because even though she made it through the last episode just fine, it's still concerning that that episode was Janine. And I know sometimes showrunners like to give you like something really focused on one person before they take that person away. I'm hoping that's not going to happen. But sometimes they'll focus on one person because they may be the next part of a major storyline of some big change or helping them out or something good happening with them. So who knows? There's so many people on here that are doing things, engaged in activities that could result in some big surprise, which may be positive and may be negative. Who knows? I know we are still gonna see some like major rebellion stuff that I think is going to be good. But we still have to find out what Lawrence is going to do about his guests that he has in the trunk of his car. While he has this bit of disdain for June and doesn't like seeing her, June really gets him to do what she wants. She knows a lot of people in ways that make her understand how to deal with them, how to act with them in order to get them to do things that might be difficult, but still get them willing to act on what she wants. So that's what I'm hoping for. This isn't something that I think is going to happen in the show, but it's something that I've been thinking about and kind of hope that maybe something does happen in the show. That Lawrence just found out about the way these guys have been acting. And I think we all know that if he doesn't do something quickly to take care of them, to put them in check, or take them out of the fucking picture completely, he's going to have that hanging over his head the entire time he's working on this New Bethlehem stuff. That they're going to take it over and do the same shit that they did with Gilead. And that's not what he wants. That is not his intention. So he's going to have to take them out, or he's going to end up getting taken out. I mean, that's the simple reality. Either they go or he goes. Or it goes back to that fucking same old Gilead shit where everybody's threatening everybody and nobody can do anything. Even when they want to, they're too afraid. When people are too afraid, what happens? Remember, fucking Mayday stopped being able to do what they were doing. The people that we used to depend on for being more active in these rebellions were unwilling to do the things that they were doing because people were afraid. And then people like Serena, who almost always will back down as soon as anything happens, will go right back to fucking Gilead shit. But my thought is that because he knows this is happening, we know these guys are bad news. But also remember, I don't know if any of you were paying attention, when we had the scenes with Luke and Moira, and Luke was doing his little bro call thing where he's trying to act all bad and is getting all excited, trying to psych himself up for getting rid of these guys. The names that were called: Belle, Calhoun, Dubois, or something like that. I'm pretty sure these are all the guys that we have been seeing over in Jezebel's. So those guys that Lawrence just saw saying that they were going to undermine the whole system in a couple years, those same guys were the ones that had those planes shot down. Those guys are intimately involved in the horrible shit that happened with those American soldiers that got taken out, with undermining any attempt to get June's biological child out of there, with keeping this nasty ass system the horrible depravity that it is. And those are the commanders that Mayday is supposed to be focused on getting rid of. So, if June and Lawrence put two and two together and actually start working together, if June learns about that, because, hopefully Lawrence will actually say something. I don't know, he might not say jack shit. There is a tendency in some of these shows where you want people to communicate certain things to each other and they never do. But if somehow those communications happen and both Lawrence and June find out, hey, these are the guys trying to undermine your system. These are also the guys that had these planes taken out. These are the guys actively involved in undermining any attempt to get this child out. Maybe they'll work together to fucking make those guys disappear. To fucking unalive those pieces of shit. That's what I'm hoping for. Don't know that it'll happen, but it would be fucking nice. It would be a lovely piece of TV experience for us all to see. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen. It's just might be a pipe dream, but I can keep on thinking that there's always the possibility. Definitely concerned about both of June's love interests, Nick and Luke. I've always been concerned about them. Luke is a different kind of character. He has his positives when it comes to being a good guy, being a good father figure, taking care of the people that he loves, that kind of stuff. He has not showed us that he is really good at this, actively trying to fight against people. I do think that last couple episodes have showed that he is good at the planning mechanisms, trying to set things in motion and really analyzing the situation. I think he seems to have a good handle on that. But being in the middle of it, he does things that I think could put him in a lot of risk, and he just behaves and reacts in ways that make me nervous for him. Always have made me nervous for him. He's not good under pressure. He's not good in these active rebellion and wartime situations. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be a little different because he has been more involved in that stuff. I think early on, season 4, season 5, I felt like Luke really had been too disconnected from the things that Moira and June and all of these girls that came from Gilead were experiencing. He doesn't understand it because he hasn't been in it. I think he's been a little more in some of the rebellion stuff now, that maybe that will help him out with that a little bit, but he still displays behaviors that are concerning to me. Nick has always concerned me because on one hand, he will not stick his neck out if it is not something involving June. He always does other people's biddings if that's what they say to do, if he thinks that his neck is going to be on the line and he is worried that he might get killed, he might get questioned, he might be in the hot seat. But at the same time, because he is so willing to take massive risks when it comes to June, like he did with those Guardians, taking them out. And then when he told June that he would take care of it, his version of taking care of it was to leave them for dead and then blame it on Mayday Rebellion. That to me wasn't taking care of it. That was hoping and praying for the best and not a good idea. But it seems to have gone not completely wrong, but it's still concerning. He's always in these positions when it comes to June that to me could fucking easily land him on the wall. He'll put himself at risk. He'll stick his neck out very stupidly for June, without question. And I get it. They're presenting him as, oh, I really love her and I can't control the way I feel about her. The thought of her not being on this earth anymore is too much for me or whatever. I get that's the image they're trying to present. But he puts himself in too much risk for her, too willingly, too much of the time. He is willing to tell her when what she is saying and doing is stupid, could get them all killed, but only for a little while, and then he backs down. He's done it since the beginning. When he first tried to get June out of there, he would tell her that you can't do this, we can't do that, it's too crazy, it puts us at too much risk, you're too likely to get caught. But then he'd freaking back down. It doesn't take much at all for her to get him to back down and just go along with it. Like, she doesn't even have to try. That last thing she did, she just stood there and looked at him, and he automatically turned around on letting her come with him. Like, she was not supposed to come with him. We all know that that is a dangerous move to make. The more of these non-Gilead people that he has with him in a water park that is usually empty and has only been patrolled lately because of the shit that they're doing in New Bethlehem. Now you have these words of, okay, Mayday's doing stuff over here that they didn't know about before, I'm pretty sure. Like, now you're fucking putting the hot seat on Mayday. Like I was saying, the more of these non-Gilead people that he has with him, when he's looking for people that he's trying to get out, while these patrols are rolling around without them catching him, and all she does is freaking look at him, and then he turns around and tells her to get in the car and takes her with him. What the fuck are you thinking? But yeah, he has frequently been in positions where he could have been fucking hung on the wall if the wrong people knew what was going on. And it's kind of shocking that he hasn't ended up on the wall, but it's like this fucking plot armor that seems to exist for him. You remember way back when June was pregnant and she was in labor with her kid? Nick got freaking caught in some fucking fire? Him and these other people, they're both supposed to be guardians. Or he was a driver at the time. He was a driver and an eye, and these people are guardians. One of them shoots at him, or he shoots at one of them. I don't remember. And then he disappears. We don't see him for an episode or two. Don't know what the fuck happened. But then when we do finally see him again, he's back with fucking Fred, working with Fred. And there's no word about exactly what happened, how he got out of that, but he did. So I think that was the first thing that I really noticed. What he did then wasn't him putting himself on the line. He was fucking following Fred's direction, and he was trying to take care of the situation. But he was in the hot seat and somehow got out of it. And we don't even know, like, what he did to get out of it. There's been multiple times he really was in a bad position. It looked like he could end up on the wall. It looked like he could end up dead, but then he comes out of it. But I'm still not counting on him making it out of the series alive. He might. Testament spoilers. So if you don't want this spoiler, you need to go forward about half a minute. If it goes the way the Testament books go, then he'll make it. But if it does not, he could die. And to me, he's done so many things that if anybody other than Lawrence and the very small amount of Gilead leadership that know about some of the stuff he's done, find out, he would be on a wall in seconds. Just, there's no fucking doubt. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the episode started.
Attendance at the new fertility center.
That is a divine calling.
I do wonder about that fertility center. I need to go back to that season and look at what they were doing with that fertility center. Because what does it mean to her that they're opening a fertility center? That was a her thing? And it was that fucking creepy ass family's thing. Serena's not there anymore to do anything with it. So that's all that creepy ass nutcase family taking care of that fertility center. But it was Serena's brainchild. And now she's talking about doing the same thing in New Bethlehem. So what exactly kind of fertility center are we talking about? What would those handmaids be doing as attendants?
They're in a safe for now, until someone finds them.
those women are dead.
Yo, we're in a fucking trunk.
Hey, we can trust this guy. We don't have a choice, do we?
Where the hell did he take us?
Surprised June didn't try to explain to Moira a little bit more about him to kind of ease her idea that he can't be trusted.
Out.
Well, I don't think she thinks he can't be trusted. It's that she doesn't know. And honestly, neither of them know, because Lawrence can be flaky sometimes,
Where are we?
but he's almost always
Thought I'd just leave you here.
turned around and helped after
Do whatever you need to do.
a bit.
I just saved your ass. Yours too.
Thanks. Don't thank him.
Why are you here?
I'm not gonna tell you. You're just gonna tell your friends.
I had nothing to do with the planes. They knew you were going to make a play for Hannah, and they were prepared.
You could have stopped them.
You could have stopped Eleanor.
Yes, get it out. Get this out. I want this whole thing to just be out in the open.
I don't expect you to forgive me for that, okay?
I can't forgive myself. I built this miserable hellscape, and I trapped her in it.
Mm-hmm.
The Warhawks are using my reforms to set a trap.
Did you not think that that would happen?
What are you talking about?
They want to put me on the wall, June. Maybe we'll be next to each other.
Wait, you mean the commanders you were with tonight? Bell, Calhoun, Reynolds?
All of them. They're just the most repulsive.
Yes, they are.
Why are you here?
Oh, I have a theory guess as to how they found out this stuff about June's daughter
What if I told you
and their attempt to get her.
every single one of those goddamn men
I suspect it was fucking Mackenzie.
would be dead?
Jim, what are you doing?
You would be the most powerful commander left in Boston.
Stop it.
I mean, she's got the information she needed to know that she can utilize that to get him to act. And she knows how he's been when it comes to stuff like this. She knows how he feels guilty about the shit he's done.
They're like a hydra. Like you chop one head off and another idiot just pops up to replace it.
That's why we're gonna kill them all at the same time.
Yeah, but if you're lucky.
Joseph, is that you? What's going on?
I'll be right there.
What are you doing down here?
I'm looking for a file.
Why do you have a basketball?
Oh, I used to play.
At Harvard?
Why are you two not trying to hide?
This is actually a beautiful space. Martha's could clean this stuff up a little bit.
I was thinking the same thing. Tomorrow, when the light's better.
Well, I suppose.
All right.
Try to be quiet, please.
Jesus Christ.
Naomi Putnam. Huh?
Naomi Lawrence.
Oh my god. Whatever happened to,
He was an impediment.
Like these commanders.
Are you on board?
So that your psychotic plan or the wall.
Yeah. Weigh your chances and
Get us back to Mayday then.
options.
I can't just gallivant back and forth across the border.
You're commander.
No, I'm a high commander.
You are a high commander.
But we gotta go right now.
Comes with a certain amount of privileges. Yes, you are going to be looked at a lot because you are leadership and people want to take down leadership. You also have privileges.
Those letters.
Joseph, we have to go back to Jezebel's first.
For what? We left something.
I have no connection to the eyes.
Nick does. Nick has lots of connection to the eyes.
Can I use your phone?
I wish they'd give us a little bit more information about him and Rose's relationship. Like, I remember when we first learned a little bit about her, other than he was married, there were things about her that seemed like it might have actually been a decent pick. But now I'm getting worried and paranoid, but mostly because I've been hearing theories from other reactors that might be a little outlandish, where they're very worried about how she might react to certain things and what she might do. Okay, so he's got the letters. And remember, he had those letters before from handmaids and stuff. Well, I think it was others too. Like, not just handmaids, but also Martha's and... You gotta get that cleaned up, Nick, because there's still blood on that carpet.
We lost a finger. Oh, damn. If it isn't the Boy Scout himself. Did Daddy Wharton give you permission to be here?
I don't need permission.
But you had to sneak out, didn't you? Is this your first time here, Blaine? I haven't seen you before.
Not even.
He comes here, he just gets here really late.
Wait, have you been fucking this clown?
No, God, no. You did have a favorite girl, right? Her name was like May or April or something like that.
Janine, shut your mouth.
Whatever happened to her?
She got transferred out. She's okay.
We have better things to do. Let's go.
I got it for you.
Oh my God. Thank you. Lawrence took Moira. We should go.
You might want to tell her about the tooth and blood, and I think there was hair.
You okay?
Yeah. What are you doing here? Why are you dressed like a Martha?
I'll explain in the car, okay?
Wait, Rose and her father are on their way to D.C. I can get you across at dawn. You can stay with me, and we can go in the morning. It'll be safer.
Okay. What's wrong?
Nothing good. Yeah, he keeps doing things that make me feel like he's expecting himself to get killed.
Sometimes I think you're the only good thing in my life.
I don't want to go back to the Waterfords.
Then don't.
Okay? Stay here and we can sleep in. Wake up together. Go get a coffee from that cafe down the street. We can walk to the Museum of Fine Arts. I've actually always wanted to go to Paris and see the rest.
I wish I could take you to Paris. Although I'm not much of a museum guy.
You don't have to be.
What's the name of that Italian place on Everett Street?
Oh, Carmela's.
Carmela's.
The good carbonara. Okay, we'll go there. We'll go there on our first date, okay?
And see, doing this also makes me think they could be getting ready to kill him off. I have my own conflicting opinions about Nick, but I still feel like him and June love each other, despite my conflicting opinions about both of them, honestly. They both have their flaws. I mean, but that's kind of where this series is going, has always been going, is that these are humans. They all have flaws.
I've been nothing to you.
They'll do fucked up shit.
It'd be you.
And given the wrong situation,
It'd be good.
almost anybody can be
Kind.
part of really horrible shit going on.
Brave. And very handsome. I definitely would have noticed that.
My secret recipe. Comfort food, as they say. By God's grace, you won't need to be here much longer.
By God's grace.
What did you do?
I submitted a proposal to the High Council. Retired handmaids shall become attendants at a fertility center as free women.
Free? Yeah, right.
Tell me your plan. Tell me.
Do not tell her your plan.
This fucked up country is gonna crumble.
I am trying to give you a way out.
There is no way out. I can be so fucking blind.
I'm sorry. Oh, forgive me for all of it.
If you want my forgiveness, okay? Bring me my child.
Darling, you know Angela is...
Charlotte. Her name is Charlotte.
She's the daughter of a high commander.
She is my daughter. She is mine. He brought me her drawing, and I know somewhere deep inside of you, Lydia, you know that she is mine. Say it. Come on. She's my girl.
What you're asking for is not possible.
Which is what Janine feels that what you're saying is not possible.
You took her. You stole her from me. You stole my child.
I'm sorry.
You stole her from me. Get out!
No,
Get out!
no. I want to Janine, William, please.
But maybe she needed to see that real like wrath and anger, and this is how you have hurt these women, by forcing them to give birth to their own children and then give them away. God, so fucking worried for her.
My father-in-law's home. Keep down. If I'm not back in 5, go to Serena's.
Serena's.
Blue House, 57. She'll keep you safe. Sir?
Are we gonna get a little glimpse of information on what he's actually trying to do? Because, like I've said, I don't trust him at all.
Is Rose okay? I sent her on.
Send her home.
I got a call at the airport. Why? Where were you tonight? I had some business.
At Jezebel's.
The eyes. Business. Where? I'm sorry, what's this about? Were you at the brothel?
There. Just so you were.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Have you been unfaithful to my daughter? No, sir. Then what were you doing there? I'm afraid that's confidential. Son, you know that nothing is confidential to me. It's just a delicate investigation. Like the one into that shooting. It was a terrible tragedy. Terrible coincidence. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into. I'm not into anything. Then what were you doing in that place tonight? These lies, they're gonna land you on the wall. I want to help you. I can't help you unless you're completely honest.
How do you want to help him?
Understand? I understand.
Because I believe you want to help him in the worst fucking ways.
So let's have it.
How's this gonna go? Come on, Serena.
Did anyone see you?
No.
Okay, why are you here dressed like that?
I didn't want anyone to recognize me. I wanted to see if Nick wanted to come to Alaska with me. I want him to be in our daughter's life. He said no, he's staying with Rose.
So you came to me?
I need someone I can trust.
And you trust me?
This is where I've landed.
I don't trust you, but I trust you think that you're doing the right thing.
You protected us from that mob.
I just also think that you believe too much in your cultish beliefs, and maybe that's why you keep reverting back to them.
He has a family. Rose is due. You must understand how uncomfortable it could make Nick feel.
Our whole relationship started because of you, right? Because it's what you wanted.
Oh, how
you
could I
remember that?
forget? Yes.
Yeah.
You certainly made me pay for that in prison. I had to pay for your love
Oh,
affair.
I don't think we should start talking about who's responsible for that. I just need a place to stay until Nick can get me back across the border.
There are serious consequences for harboring a known fugitive like yourself.
I know, but Gilead thinks I'm in Alaska. I came as a Martha. And you owe me.
In so many ways. Not just for the last thing, but for so many things.
The two of us keep getting thrown back together. It seems that God has designs for us.
I really wish he'd do other things.
I'm getting married
Don't do it, Serena.
to Rose's father.
Okay, wow.
What do you know about this guy?
Doesn't that make you Nick's mother-in-law?
Yes, I suppose. I hadn't really thought of it in those terms yet.
Mm-hmm. And Rose.
He's not like Fred.
Was Fred like Fred?
Yeah, Serena. He wasn't.
He built me a library. We're going to reform Gilead together.
He sounds like quite the catch.
You disapprove?
No, I'm just surprised.
Leery. Questioning.
You're still subjugating yourself
Doubtful.
to a powerful man, Serena.
Yep.
Serena, just because women can read here doesn't mean that they're free. It is just another version of Gilead that is better for you.
If you truly believe this was Gilead, saying something like that to the one person who is protecting you might be awfully foolish.
Yeah. You're right.
Change takes time. Progress comes in fits and starts. I know I was awful once.
You were awful once.
You refuse to forgive me.
I can't forgive you. You don't think I wish I could? If I could, then I'd finally get rid of you.
And what do you want with me?
Just need a bed for the night.
June. Hi.
What are you doing? Oh my God, how is this even possible?
They found my sister. I thought you two would enjoy a little catch-up.
Are you sure this is safe?
I made sure it would be, just for this morning. Rita lives here now. I got her a job at the bakery.
You don't say.
Given that the wedding is coming up, I was wondering if you wouldn't consider making the wedding cake.
She doesn't have to do that.
I don't need you to speak for me. I know. You can attend as an honored guest, then nothing more. Oh, well, someone's hungry. Excuse me.
Can I talk?
Hi.
Hi.
She said you came back from Nick.
No, for Mayday. We could use your help.
Rita's never really. I mean, she did help at one time, but I think for the most part she tries not to stick her neck out.
I'm here to protect my family.
Understand?
Because you make it look simple. Always choosing the brave thing.
Well, Hannah's still out there, so.
I know.
You found your sister.
Lord have mercy.
You deserve that. You deserve peace.
Angela. Charlotte.
See, the horse, it's an underrated piece, because all the fancier pieces, they draw all the attention, but a skilled player like you, Angela, take advantage of that weakness.
What are you doing? You have your art lesson, miss.
I'm teaching her chess.
She's too little. You're putting ideas in her head, which will reflect poorly on us.
It's not gonna matter.
How will that not matter?
You'll see.
Lawrence, be careful what you say in front of this woman. While she is a bit of an airhead and materialistic old-style Gilead wife, I never trusted her. She also has like a really spiteful hatred.
Where's Serena?
With the baby.
Forget me.
Is everything okay?
Come with me to Paris. I got everything.
No!
Wait.
I love you.
Yeah, and you got a daughter in Alaska.
I know you love me too.
I can't just leave everyone.
Your mom can bring Holly. We can be a family just like we talked about.
What about Rose? What about...
I'm no good to them. You're it. It's always been you. Come on, come with me. Come with me, June.
Lord have mercy.
Serena, who's that? June. Hide. Get in there. What? Go. Hide. Be quiet. Gabriel, I thought you were on your way to D.C.
Business to attend to.
Oh. How about we take Noah for a walk?
Well, sure. Is he up? I mean, you know better than I never to wake a sleeping baby.
Yes, of course. You're right.
My heart's been soaring since last night.
Sure it has.
You and I will forge a pure and honorable Gilead. I managed to accomplish something I've been trying to do for a long time. That club downtown of ill repute?
Yes.
Have it closed down.
I shut it down.
How did you manage it?
The resistance was planning a massacre. Slaughter of every commander in attendance.
God damn it. So he knows.
Their plan was exposed.
God sees everything.
God and my son-in-law. He has proven his loyalty. It was Nick who told me everything.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Can't trust him either, June. Which I suspected. Like, there was a lot of shit that was going on throughout this series. With him leading these wars and shit like that. Stuff that Serena said about him before they met. The founding of Gilead. And I suspect when he feels his neck is on the line, he does shit like that. I think that's why that one time that he caught June and brought her to freaking Lydia to be locked in a goddamn cage the size of herself. Like, he uses his information to get what he wants and keep himself safe and keeps the woman he loves close to him, but not necessarily safe. I don't suspect June will go off with him. I think she'd be stupid too anyway, but she's done stupid things before, even before she found that out. But I'm glad she knows. She can maybe reevaluate her opinion that he's some trustworthy person that she can count on. And then I want to go back later on and take a closer look at what was in that journal that June was reading, because I suspect that will give me more information about her ideas for these fertility centers and shit like that, and for reforming New Bethlehem to be a gentler, more faithful Gilead or whatever, yeah. But what about the Jezebels being shut down? And see, and that's another way he's taking this information. He's using it to keep himself from getting killed, but he's putting these really hard-fought plans, these fucking plans to take down this shit in jeopardy, and he's done it many times. This is definitely not the first or second time. He's done it many times. At least his hand has been laid out in front of June so she can see him for what he is. What she'll do with that, I don't really fucking know. I suspect she'll just demand that he get her across the border and exit their life, basically, or something to that effect. And maybe he'll make a bunch of excuses as to how he had to do something to keep his neck, so he had to tell him something substantial in order to get him off his back. Which he could probably say for almost every situation he's done something like that. But at some point in time, he's got to be held responsible for the fucked up shit that he has done. Alright, that's all I got for you this week. I will see you next week. Bye. I'll see you when I see you. And remember, if you like this content, please click the thumbs up. And if you want to see more content, click subscribe. Ring that little bell and click all, and you'll get more notifications anytime new content comes out.